Unreal, actually. I'm really happy with it. I was quite nervous, but yeah, it feels really cool to be in here. So yeah, really comfortable, and it's a great studio, of course. It's really cool, really surreal actually. I've been on the platform for quite a while and I've personally learnt so much from it. I feel like it's such an amazing platform for any levels. So to now just kind of be teaching a little bit of what I do is a really good feeling. I don't really see it as a responsibility, especially with gender. We all equal here, so it's just like we just like to crack on and do what we do. But yeah, I don't feel any sense of pressure at all and responsibility. I just love playing music and I love making music. So as long as I could spread that a little bit of joy to the dance floors, that's what I'm here to do. I think it's just so important. It's sometimes really hard, but to just do something you love, and it's a really cliche thing to say, but if you don't enjoy what you love, then you need to work a little bit harder to really do go after what you enjoy. So I'm lucky enough to be able to do what I do every day, and that was always a dream of mine. So I made sure that I went and got it. So I'm not sure how it's came, but I'm here now. There's still a lot to go, but I enjoy every day waking up, making music and playing to crowds on the weekend, and that's the thrill that I get out of it. Running, I enjoy running. I don't like the gym, but I enjoy running. I love going out for food and eating really nice food and just spending time with friends and family really, and I think that's super important. But fortunately enough for me, music was my hobby anyway, and it's what I'm interested in. So even we class it as work, for me it's not. So yeah, music's a big part of my life, and even when I'm off I try go and do something with music sometimes. But yeah, I just like to go out for foods. I love little spa days, relaxation, and yeah, just running and keeping myself healthy really. Yeah, so we always try and go out and have food from that place, from that kind of course. So you can't not really, but it's so difficult to eat healthy on the road. I don't know how many people would say this, but for me, airports is obviously not the best kind of options and stuff. So sometimes you are very limited, but all we can do is manage the things that we can control. So through the week, that's me, you know, calorie counting, all that crap until summer. But I'll still run, and yeah, it just keeps me on track a little bit more because, as we say, like summer's coming up, we've got a big diary, and yeah, you just like to feel good within yourself. Well, I think it's kind of a bit of both really. It kind of ties into each other. Obviously I had my Paradise debut a couple of years ago now, and that for me was like the pinnacle for me. Like that was at the top of my list, and that was something that I always wanted to achieve. So obviously doing that and now being a part of the Paradise family like fully is just really surreal for me every time. I just love it. And then obviously releasing on labels like Hot Creations and EastEnders. For me, I didn't even think it was possible. So to then now have achieved that is kind of, yeah, it just gives you that little bit of a boost to kind of do more and know that you are actually capable of doing it. You just got to put your mind to it a little bit more. There's so much more to come. There's a lot more that I want to do. There's a lot more I want to do as an artist and for myself. This year we've been holding quite a lot of stuff back for this year, something that I've worked on for the past 4 years now. So now it's going to be coming to life. So I'm really excited for this next chapter, and yeah, just to keep working hard, releasing more music, and hopefully travel to more places of the world to take my sound. Energetic, deep and groovy, because I like to have quite a lot of pace when I'm playing. I give quite a lot of energy because I give what I get back as well. So yeah, I like to have really groovy, energetic tracks, I would say. I've always been really heavily influenced by the sounds of Paradise and EastEnders because that's where I started going raving, you know, all them years ago, and like Fuse and Solid Grooves and all them sounds like collected together, because I never used to make and play the sound that I do now. It changes over time, so that's been such a huge influence on me. I used to go and watch, you know, East End Dubs and Enzo in '93 every Sunday. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, that's kind of where this like deepness has come from. But yeah, just the parties that I used to go raving at and still do today, I just love the music and the sound. So I've kind of carried that on and kind of created it as much as I can for it to be my own.
Join the next generation of house music creators with SYNTHO. It's time to take your music production to the next level. We've got everything from in-depth beginners courses to advanced mixing techniques. SYNTHO is your all-encompassing music education platform. Learn from some of the hottest world-touring DJs. It's your chance to unlock house music secrets from industry professionals. Get one-on-one feedback on your music with SYNTHO's bespoke feedback system.
These guys aren't biased in your track. They will tell you what you need and when you need it.
Use this to make fully finished tracks to send to labels and artists. It's now time for you to reach for the labels of your dreams. Get access to your favourite artists, tailored learning paths, and learn anytime. Head to our website now and turn your house music dreams into a reality.
Absolutely. That will never go. Don't get me wrong, I don't, for shows and for gigs, we're kind of like in and out because it's quite hard being on the move. So we pick and choose, obviously. You know, when it's like a big show and a lot of friends come, like we'll have a good time. But on a weekly basis, like we go to sleep, we go and play, and we go back to sleep, we go to the airport. Yeah, like, you know, on my weekends off and stuff, if there's something going on, like, and I'll go and have a good time. But yeah, for work, like it's strictly business, good head on, and yeah, just to play the best set that I can do in that environment, and that's all we can do. Sober, if I'm honest, I just forget to drink, for one, and two, I'm not like really a big drinker, and I never really have been, to be honest. I'll have like one drink before, if that. Like when I'm on the move, I won't drink at all. Like I have a sober rider of like water and stuff. So yeah, I like to keep a really good balance, especially when you're getting early flights, because most of the time we're playing and we've got like 2 hours sleep and then we're to the airport. So the last thing I want to be doing is like having a hangover. So yeah, I've done that for years, to be honest. You know, we had our fun at the start, and then as time goes on, one, my body can't hack it, and two, you just want more of a healthy week ahead. That's how I think of it, because I know it's going to knock me out for a few days after. So yeah, it's kind of, yeah, that's it really. But don't get me wrong, Ibiza, etc., everyone's there and you do have a good time. But that's the sacrifices you make before that to kind of, to do it. But yeah, not for my sets, no way. It'll always be afterwards. It's really hit and miss. It depends where, when. For like big shows, every show's big, of course, but like for the really big ones that I know, there's like I've got a really big set time, and you know, say if it's like a territory where I know, you know, I know quite a lot of people there or whatever, then it gets quite daunting. But as soon as I get on, I'm fine. It's just that waiting in between. I try not wait around for too much. I don't really like to talk to anyone. So everyone kind of knows that you can just leave me alone. Let me get in the zone. But genuinely, as soon as I stick my hard drive in, I'm there. I'm in the zone, I'm happy. It's just that anticipation, I think. So it's good to be nervous, and it's good because it just means you care, I guess. All the time. Oh, it was well, not all the time, it's happened like 2 or 3 times, to be fair, but the biggest one was at Warehouse Project in front of about 8,000 people, and it was just coming to the drop, and it was literally arms in the air and everything, my arms in the air, and all the CDJs just reset. They just literally, everything just cut out, and I just looked behind, and like we was all just absolutely baffled, couldn't believe it. But it's how you recover from it, I guess. But you know, sound engineers, sound techs, like it's all such a big operation. Nothing's ever going to be perfect, you know what I mean? And you can't control the equipment half the time, what they're up to. So it just is what it is. But I've never pressed like the cue button or anything. I've never like pressed pause. So touch wood, because I've got a few big gigs coming up, so I don't want to.
Behind you, that's marble.
Well, yeah. You know, so I don't want to jinx that now. You watch it the weekend. One, you've obviously got to be passionate about what you do. If you don't like and are passionate about what you do, what's the point? You're never going to progress, I think, because if you've got passion behind it, then you want everything to be as exactly how you want it. Social. I think you have to be social, no matter what anybody says. I think it's super important to get yourself to events and festivals and stuff and try and just mingle a little bit, because you never know where it can lead to. And 3, do you know what I'm going to say, and I'll probably get absolutely, you're going to have social presence, because in this day and age you need it, because everything is really, really driven by social presence. And even though if you do have good music and you do make good music, if you don't have social presence, then you're not really going to get recognised. And I feel like that's such a huge factor nowadays. And if you're not great at social, like, you know, Instagram, blah, 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 then it might be worth investing to have someone help you with it. If you don't create the content, then get someone else to. You don't always need to relate it to music, if that's what you do. A lot of people connect with you as a person and your personality. So try and think of different ways to kind of bring that to your platform without overdoing it. There's just such a nice balance. If you're not playing out as much, that's fine. Maybe do some like studio stuff, maybe like some records, like your favourite tracks, do some mixes. There's so many different ways of like trying to grow it. Doing stuff with the camera, just day-to-day vibes really, instead of just everything like gigs and studio, because after a while it can get, people just don't want to see that all the time. They want to know you as a person. That's what they're kind of invested in. So yeah, just bring something new to your page, and just try and be a little bit different than just everyone else, I guess.
Thank you so much for coming.
Amazing. I thought there was going to be another one then.
No.
Thank you for having me.
All good.
It's been a pleasure.